welcome.
Guten Tag.
I was wondering what took you so long. You muted your mic. Hi everybody, and welcome to the first live stream version of Smark Talk podcast, but the second episode, if that makes any sense whatsoever. As always, I'm your host, Twitch, and I am joined by my friend Gabe.
First of his name.
No, we're not starting that shit again. No, stop it. You're a bad person, and you should feel bad. So, it's been a while. I say it's been a while. It's been a couple of weeks since we did the last episode. A lot of things came up. Mainly the fact that we went away to a gaming convention. That was fun. And then I'll be honest, I've been lazy for a lot of it. But then when I wanted to start doing it, real life came into the business. So, you know, swings and roundabouts, folks. Swings and roundabouts. But
Swings and roundabouts?
yeah, swings and roundabouts. But we are here now, and we've got some things. Some things have happened, Gabe. Some things have happened within the wrestling world.
A lot of things have happened.
Yeah, which is kind of cool, but at the same time,
Where do we begin?
we're gonna start like that. Round off a couple of the indie shows because I like to keep up on indie wrestling
Yeah?
because it's
See
great.
where the action is?
It's where a lot of yeah. It's where the action is. It's fun. It's PWG Pro Wrestling Guerrilla recently had their Battle of Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
And local Welsh wrestler Flash Morgan Webster was a participant, and he was highly praised for his gimmick, which is a mod rocker, which a lot of other professionals said would never work outside of the UK. So kudos to Flash Morgan Webster.
Oh, a what?
A mod. Do you remember the film Mods and Rockers?
No. Talk me through it briefly.
A mod is someone who wears very nice suits, drives a Vespa, which is a really big moped, but could actually fuck you up if you got hit by it.
Yeah.
And listens to bands like The Jam, Oasis, and etc. etc. Just look up a mod, dude. It's part
Okay.
it's part of British culture. That.
I got like a Ringo Starr kind
Yes,
of...
yes.
in
You're
there.
exactly
Right, okay.
you're exactly on the ball.
There we go. Okay, I know what a mod rocker is. Cool.
But,
Awesome.
Yeah, that's one thing that's happened. This is PWG. I don't know who won it. I didn't keep up with the winner because I didn't want to spoil myself because I am eventually going to buy the DVD. That's something that's really cool about Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. There's only two ways you can see them. If you go to a live show or if you buy their DVD off their website. They do not stream live over the internet or on TV, which is why, yeah, but it works for them. It's something different. Everyone's like, well,
It sounds like the old days of wrestling.
yeah, it is. It's like, well, we got to see. We got. I want to see this.
Yeah.
We got to go down. So that's really cool. Like that. Moving on from PWG though, our home turf, and by home turf I mean the jolly old England, but the UK.
We're Welsh.
Yeah, we're Welsh, I know. But jolly old UK, Progress Wrestling had one of their biggest shows in Coventry. Coventry Orchestra Hall, I believe it was. I'm going to have to double check that. But at the top of the show, they announced that 2018, 1 year from when they made that announcement, which was about a week ago, I believe, for the first time ever, Progress Wrestling will be putting on a show at Wembley Arena.
Oh, shit.
Like, now, Wembley Arena is a place that has hosted a WWE pay-per-view.
And it's a big bloody venue as well.
Yeah, so, like that. So, the Progress Wrestling chapter whatever, Hello Wembley, is happening. So, that is mental.
Progress.
Yeah, that is progress. Like, quite literally. That is their their tagline and everything about that company. Like...
Well, I've done my job. I'm saying off
No, it's mental because, like, not a year ago, like, Progress didn't have as big a following as it does now. In comes the WWE with a UK tournament, and boom, British wrestling is alive and well.
Oh, it's on fire right now. Yeah.
So yeah, that was less. So big up for Progress.
Mhm.
Happily with that. Another thing that happened in Progress was Pete Dunne lost the Progress
Yeah.
title.
Mm.
He lost it to Travis Banks, the Kiwi Buzzsaw. So yeah,
Oh,
I saw it coming, but that was an interesting move. There's a couple of
you
other
you
guys I
meant
would have put it on there.
yeah. You mentioned Pete Dunne and you mentioned Progress. I have to announce this because I actually found some news regarding Progress.
Yup.
Um, announced for Progress, Chapter 56, La Danse Macabre, I believe it's pronounced. Sexy Star has been announced for it. Yeah,
Wow, that's
no. But you gotta listen to this because it's fucking genius. So Sexy Star will be taking on British strong style in the form of Taylor Bate and Trent Steven.
Taylor Bate and
I sh
Trent Steven.
versus Sexy Star. I should probably mention at this point, Sexy Star is the team of Jack Sexsmith and David Starr. That is their
Ah,
team name.
that's cool. Also, who is Taylor Bate and Trent Steven?
Trent Steven. Oh, sorry, Trent Seven.
Right, yeah. It's Tyler Bate,
Yeah,
Trent Seven, and Pete Dunne as British Strong Star. How dare you butcher
my
their
eyes
names?
aren't too good.
You fucking numpty. Jesus
My
Christ.
bad. Oh,
Oh,
you can tell I'm
man.
just here for the comedic effect.
Yeah, yeah. You know what that
Well, that's
was?
the progress
You know what that
rating
fuck
news I
up
got.
was? That fuck up was... Right, okay, and we're moving on from that.
I have a feeling you just played with Glorious.
You're damn right I did! Yeah, but no, props to Progress Wrestling. They've got such, like, a good pedigree when it comes to, you know, just British wrestlers in general. You know, and a lot of other
Mm.
wrestlers have gone and performed there, so... Yeah, it's good like that. More news on the indie of indie wrestling. Of indies wrestling, WCPW.
I knew that would come up.
The indie darling of indie wrestling has gone through some tough times. Now, WCPW is a company run by What Culture, and it was a funny little thing they started that kind of grew into this cult following of a
Definitely a cult
company,
following, yeah.
and it's unbelievable like how far they've come in like 2 years, and it's just it's a weird situation because the five guys that were pinnacle in what was WCPW have, for reasons of their own, left What Culture.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
They
not
go
gonna.
wanted to pursue other
They've gone to pursue other things, other
projects.
projects, which is completely fine. It's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Following that, WCPW are rebranding to
A forgotten name?
Defiant Wrestling.
Yeah. And I'm afraid we've got some good
I
news.
said don't do that.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah, the new general manager for WCPW, soon to be Defiant Wrestling when they rebrand on December 2nd or December 3rd, one of the two, is Stu Bennett, formerly Wade Barrett of the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Which
And he's actually done commentary work for
yeah,
WCPW before.
he has. It's
Yeah.
quite the thing. But no,
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that WCPW / Defiant Wrestling are, you know,
Still
still
going.
going.
Not-
Hence the new name. They are Defiant.
Yeah.
You know, they are.
Because they've got through some crap.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, they are a wrestling company that shouldn't have succeeded, but they have, and you know, I'm all for that. And fucking some of my favorite wrestlers go there.
Martin Kirby.
But like, no, not even. Yeah, Martin Kirby's a favorite, but
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, you got a tag team like War Machine, the Young
Mm-hmm.
Bucks, fucking the
Mm-hmm.
whole Bullet Club faction has been on there at one point. It was like, what the hell, Cody Rhodes, Marty Skrull, all of them, man. It's absolutely phenomenal that all these big names are like, yeah, no, I want to go on this What Culture
Kurt
show.
Angle, for Christ's sake.
Kurt Angle.
Even if you're not a wrestling fan, you know who the hell Kurt Angle is.
And if you don't, look up the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
In fact, specifically look up Olympians who have won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck.
Broken freaking neck.
Oh, man. It's absolutely mental.
Oh, doggo. Barco. Work. Bork bork. I've also speaking. You've mentioned Marty Scurll. Usually regarding Marty Scurll and WCPW as well.
No, we save that for the news.
Oh, that's for the news.
That's
Okay.
news.
Oh, that's news. Still to
You
come.
fool. I couldn't stop him. I had to mute my mic.
I know. I had to sort of win that one.
No. I don't know why.
Never give me the reins. Don't leave me in charge. This is what happens. I skip ahead.
No, but yeah, that was cool. That's kind of like all I've got from the indies right now. There's been 100 different things, but there's big wrestling companies, and then there's big indie companies, and then there's the indie companies that no one gives a shit about, which is terrible. Because they're all freaking amazing.
Which one you're talking about?
Oh no, I'm not on about that one. I'm on about like legit indie companies that no one cares about. It's like, dude, fucking support
right.
support indie wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah. Moving on from the indie scene. If you want to catch up on anything on the indie scene, just look up indie wrestling on Google. You'll find all sorts of news and stuff if you're interested.
Actually, WCPW also have a Twitch channel.
Yeah, they do have a
for their
Twitch channel
shows.
where they stream loaded every Friday. Today.
Today.
It'll
Damn,
be
look
live
at you.
today later at 8 o'clock. There you go, WCPW. Some free advertising for you.
So when you're done here, go over to
That's for the live stream version. If you're watching on YouTube, you missed it.
Catch it again on Friday.
Every Friday on their Twitch channel. Yeah, so moving on from the indie scene, which is best scene, we come to the new
Sports entertainment.
the sports entertainment. No, we come on to the New Japan. New Japan Pro Wrestling. New Japan Pro Wrestling, King of Pro Wrestling.
The Kings of Strong Styles.
Kings of Strong Styles. I don't know where we're going with this. Anyway.
I'm trying to feed off you.
No, yeah, I get it. I know. No, so, yeah, man. The goings on in New Japan right now are absolutely hot because they are now on their road to Wrestle Kingdom. So
Exciting times.
yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Wrestle Kingdom is basically the WrestleMania for New Japan. The only difference is that it's always from the Tokyo Dome.
I like that though. I like it's got one menu.
Yeah, but of course New Japan is a Japanese-based promotion. They are,
Yes.
which is crazy for how big they are.
Hmm.
Like, it is mental. I know they've come to America once now, but like again, for as massive as a company they are, it's mental. But then again, there are some very big venues in Japan, and Japan is huge. So there's that.
Yeah. Any matches been announced for Wrestle Kingdom yet? Or?
The only match that is set in stone at the moment is Okada versus Tetsuya Naito.
Oh, cool.
Because Okada, but I say set in stone. You have to take that with a pinch of salt. Because how the winner of the Tetsuya Naito won the G1 Climax. We talked about it in my last podcast.
Yeah.
How it works is that he now has a contract in a briefcase that guarantees him a place in the main event of Wrestle Kingdom so long as he can retain the briefcase.
Right.
So from the point of winning the G1 to all the way up to like the weeks before Wrestle Kingdom, if Tetsuya Naito has to wrestle matches where people with the briefcase on the line. That's the crux of winning it. So you become just as sought after as the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Okada. And the same goes for Okada. He can't not defend his title. So he has he has to defend it. So, that's why you have to take it with a pinch of salt. But at the moment, they are booking it as Naito versus Okada. And I gotta be honest, I think that's what's gonna happen because I honestly think Naito is gonna be the one to take the belt off him, just to throw salt in the wounds of Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
To make Kenny
definitely.
as pissed off as if like, shit, what am I missing? Why couldn't I beat Okada? But topic for another time. Also, what's going on in the IWGP world, the New Japan Pro Wrestling world, is the Young Bucks lost their title rematch against Funky Future, the team of Ricochet and Ryusuke Taguchi, for the junior tag team titles.
How long has Ricochet been in New Japan?
Ricochet's been in New Japan for a while.
What the hell have I missed?
A lot. He was in the Best of the Super Juniors.
I mean, I can see that happening.
And he's, well, no, he's been in there for a while. It's just that Lucha Underground were being a bit dickish to him. Of course, Lucha Underground is in serious trouble right now, but...
Well, they are set to make an announcement.
Yeah,
today,
I
I
know.
think.
Yeah, which is...
probably going to be another season or something, I don't know.
Yeah, or their cancellation, but we'll soon find out. But no,
But
yeah...
they said it was big news, so...
Yeah. But...
Moving on.
Hence why we can't talk about it, because they haven't announced it yet.
Yeah, exactly. Speculation.
But no, Ryusuke Taguchi and Ricochet of the faction Team Taguchi Japan, because Ryusuke Taguchi was just like, I'm gonna make a faction. What's the theme? Soccer team.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that before.
Yeah. It's I don't care. Ryusuke is amazing. He's like a really, really good wrestler on the general, but he chooses to play a comedy wrestler because he's good. He's like, if I want to be serious, I can be serious, but sod it. So, but no, he's like that, and he's he's a wily vet. Is Ryusuke Taguchi? He's called the Funky Weapon because he uses his ass, aka his hip, for most of his attacks. But it's just funny. And of course, Ricochet describes himself as the future of professional wrestling alongside Will Ospreay, and that's why they're called the Funky Future. So there. But yeah, the Young Bucks lost their title rematch, and I was like, that's strange. And I wondered why, and then of course at the last event, a member of the Chaos faction, Rocky Romero, who up until a couple of weeks ago was again teamed with Trent Beretta, or Beretta as he's known as, but of course Beretta has moved on from the junior division and gone up to the heavyweight division, leaving Rocky Romero without a tag team partner, and he made the announcement after a match that Funky Future were in, saying that Roppongi Vice died earlier tonight. That was the last time they will ever tag together. But Roppongi 3K is on the rise, so there's a new tag team in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and Rocky Romero is bringing in someone new.
Okay.
And they are going to be the challengers for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles next. So that was kind of interesting, I thought, to find. I was like, oh, who's he? There's a couple of people it could be, but then he said it's someone new, so obviously it's a young lion from one of the dojos. So I'll be interested to see who it is.
Yeah,
but again, only time will tell on that factor. And
that could be another match for Wrestle Kingdom before we know.
Yeah, it could end up being a match at Wrestle Kingdom. Or something before it, who knows.
Yeah.
And also another news, the War Machine lost their IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team titles in a tornado triple threat tag team match against the Guerrillas of Destiny, who represent the Bullet Club, and Killer Elite Squad, KES, formed of Davey Boy Smith, and I can't remember the other guy's name, who represented Suzuki Gun, and KES won. So that was a shocker. But it's really funny because, of course, War Machine also compete in WCPW because they're the WCPW tag champions. And because WCPW records all their stuff and then broadcast it, they still have the IWGP belts. So I was like, but they're not IWGP champions no more. This is going to confuse people. What are you doing, WCPW? Stop. It's already dead.
They're going through a crisis right now.
Yeah. But no, I found that kind of funny. I was like, oh, shit. That's hilarious. Because obviously they'd filmed before the events in Japan and, it's gone up. And I was like, oh, that's just fucking funny, that is. But yeah, that was cool. And another new, also, Kenny Omega was victorious in his first defense of the IWGP United States title. Against...
That was his first?
Yeah, well, it's his first one in New Japan.
Oh, right, okay.
And it was against Juice Robinson.
Yeah.
Who has a great name. I love you, Juice.
And he's a great talent.
And a very good talent. NXT, you missed out. But yeah, but the next defense, it looks like he's going to be going against the headhunter Yoshihashi. Also has a great name.
Mm.
Yoshi. Yeah. But yeah. Because no one's made that joke. Actually, there's people have signs of Yoshi on there of him wearing it, like, and they've got like there's some really cool artists in when they make their signs in wrestling because they got a Yoshi with his gear on. It was just like that's kind of cool. That's funny.
That's funky.
Moving on, but yeah, that's the kind of thing that they're going for now. So it looks like it's going to be Kenny versus Yoshihashi for the IWGP United States Champion. So yeah, that's that, and that's basically everything that's happened in New Japan, apart from the fact that there was supposed to be an intercontinental match between Tanahashi, the Eternal Ace, and Kota Ibushi, the Golden Star, the Rising, like that. And do you know what the funny thing is? Kota Ibushi looks like a younger Hiroshi Tanahashi. Like, it's crazy. I was like, holy shit. And it's the storyline behind that one is that Tanahashi's like, all right, you want to be the next big, the next superstar, go through the Ace. That's the storyline. He's like, no, you can't do it. I'm still around. I'm still the Ace, and I'm gonna prove it. But yeah, that's that. All right, we're gonna be moving on to some WWE now.
More things I know about. I can.
This is Gabe's territory. Gabe really doesn't do indie in New Japan. I do. Which is
I don't know where to
crazy.
find videos. But yeah.
It's all over Twitter.
Where do we begin?
Where do we begin?
Where do we begin? Let's start with the fact that Dolph Ziggler has started
Oh my lord!
impersonated entrances.
Dolph Ziggler thinks he's Charlie Haas.
Oh god, I missed that gimmick. I really fucking missed that gimmick. That was hilarious. The great Charlie.
The great Charlie.
Yeah, Dana White was actually in the audience for when he did his Ultimate Warrior one.
Yeah. Dana
She was
Warrior,
not-
not Dana White.
Dana Warrior?
Yeah, her name's Dana Warrior.
Who the fuck's Dana White then?
Dana White's the owner of UFC.
Whoops, completely
Yeah.
wrong gender.
It wasn't like a thing.
God damn it.
The Ultimate Warrior legitimately changed his name to Warrior,
Yeah.
and his wife changed her last name to Warrior as well. I don't know about the daughters, but we'll soon see.
You never know.
But
Okay,
yeah.
so Dana Warrior
Yeah.
was in the audience. Dolph Ziggler's been impersonated a couple of entrances, such as DX, both Shawn Michaels and
Triple
Triple
H.
H's individual ones.
No
who
one
else
can
did
do
he
Triple
do?
H. They don't have the
Undertaker.
nose.
Yeah.
Undertaker is
did,
done.
Yeah, and that eventually led to Bobby Roode
Yeah,
coming out
and challenging him to a match.
at Hell in a Cell. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few speculations. You heard something about a possible entrance for Ziggler.
Yeah,
heading into
there's
Hell in a Cell.
he cut a promo on SmackDown and said, "I'm gonna show you an entrance like you've never seen before." Now, the only difference is like the rumored
we have seen a
entrance.
zipline.
Yeah, the rumored entrance is a zipline entrance, and we have seen one, and it was done by
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. Yeah. Oh yeah. Dolph Ziggler also did Naomi's entrance.
Oh yeah, that was
That was hilarious. But yeah, he's gonna be doing a zipline entrance apparently. Now, obviously, it's not a new one. It'll just keep fitting into his sort of, he's just copying the flashy entrances that people have done in the past. Which I
know
think
what
is
I would
kind of
like to
cool.
see?
However, I'm very surprised that they are going to say, oh yeah, zipline entrance after the whole Owen Hart thing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Even though that
actually.
happened like years and years ago, it's still like, yo, are you sure you want to be doing that?
But you know what I would like to see Dolph Ziggler do, and I think it would be more suited to his character right now, and it would be something that we actually know we have seen before. Actually, now that I think about it, but anyway, if he came down, no music, no Titantron, no fancy lights, just walks right out to the ring.
Yeah, that would be quite cool. Actually, that would make more sense. I'm
It
gonna
would.
say you stick with that, Cole.
Yeah, I would like to see that. Twitch, no, you need that right now.
Yeah, I know. No, that would be quite cool. Actually, I'd dig that.
Yeah. He says he doesn't need a flashy entrance. So no one
Because
can.
no one can
beat
do what he does
him
in that
the
ring. Yeah, that's
Yeah. So
that's
that would
fair,
make more
that's
sense.
cool. Yeah, no, I dig that. I dig that.
Yeah. More WWE related. Who's
Shenanigans?
it? What's it? We might see a heel turn for one Zack Ryder, I believe.
Yeah, they are building up to it, but it looks like they're also including Mojo Rally in it now.
Really? I haven't seen anything Mojo related. If we might
Like
eventually turn
the
on Mojo,
no,
actually.
no, yeah, well that's the thing. I'm thinking he's gonna turn on Mojo, but Mojo, there was a backstage segment, and Mojo was like, "If we're gonna want to win, we're gonna have to start changing our attitude." And I was like, "Oh, are they
Hmm.
dumping the idea?" Thing is, they can't afford to split up uh, any tag teams on SmackDown right now
Yeah, that's a good
because
point as
the
well. Yeah.
SmackDown tag team division is the Usos and the New Day.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. And Fashion Police, but we haven't seen them in a while.
No, exactly. Like, can you name any other tag teams other than them on SmackDown?
Be Ascension, but we hardly see them.
Yeah, SmackDown doesn't have as big as a roster as Raw, and that's terrible. And they need to sort that
Yeah.
out. There's also
Seen that though.
Chad Gable and Sean Benjamin, but
Yeah. But saying that, there is a rumor of an NXT tag team coming up to SmackDown, and we know who that is going to be.
yeah, the authors of pain.
Yeah.
Sorry, the
Now, does
botches
that mean
of
that
the authors of botches, the botches of pain. Sorry.
Oh god, yeah. Every time I think about the Office Play, I just think about that sick power bomb that was done on someone's head. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I saw that the
Yeah.
Super Collider power bombs. Yeah,
Oy.
coincidentally, they still allow them to do that move, but they don't drop each other. They don't drop the wrestlers on each other. They just bang and then power bomb them to the mat.
Hmm.
So
I'm not surprised after what happened.
yeah, no, I'm not surprised either.
In terms of main event ish kind of news, we got to talk about the Kevin Owens Vince McMahon angle that happened a while back.
Oh yeah, damn.
Now, who's gonna send Vince McMahon a fine for blading?
Who knows?
Because I'm pretty sure Batista's been kept quiet on social media right now.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know. I don't like that. The thing is, the way he headbutted him, I was just like, I don't think he bladed.
it did look fucking hard way.
Like, I was like that. The thing is, though, it's not hard way for a guy of Vincent Mann's age. Your skin becomes quite brittle and,
Mm.
easy to tear when you're. I mean, look at Ric Flair when he was in TNA.
Oh God, Christ, Ric Flair in general, that guy. How much? No wonder he's just come out of hospital. Have you know how much blood he's lost? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Calm down, Rick.
Yeah, but no, I mean,
I'm surprised he hasn't got a beard. You don't let Ric Flair near a bloody razor. Jesus.
but yeah, no, it's crazy. It is crazy that that because Triple H put the belt on Owens
Mm,
on when he was on Raw, and he carried it for a while.
yeah.
Like, that was nuts.
I'm not sure if this is gonna tie into a possible spoiler. So possible spoiler alert here. There's actually been a poster where it shows Kevin Owens advertised for a
On
Raw
Raw,
show.
yeah, apparently they're gonna move him back to Raw.
Yeah,
Which is
which I kind of
weird
like.
because, yeah, no, I agree. I think he worked better on Raw, but can
It works.
SmackDown
He works better on.
can SmackDown afford to lose a top heel? No.
I'd say, well, not necessarily because we it might see more mid card guys getting that push. Baron Corbin, for example, needing
Yeah.
that push more than anything. Um, but I kind of like it because it kind of gives the sort of impression that he's a free agent, like John Cena. So puts him in that sort of
You know why he's
spotlight.
being moved back to Raw, though, right?
Yeah,
For
and
the
I'm
Triple H
very much
angle.
hyped. I am very
Kevin
much
Owens
hyped.
versus Triple H.
At Mania is the rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing is, though, I think it's the whole Seth Rollins angle again.
Yeah, but I've been wanted a Kevin Owens
Then
Triple
again,
H match.
yeah, but then again, I think because it's Kevin Owens, it can be spun in a different way.
Exactly. Because if you recall back in
Because I could just imagine, Owens.
the Kevin Steen angle back in Ring of Honor.
Yeah. I can just imagine Owens saying the reason you put the belt on me was so I'd lower my guard around you and your family, to make me trust you all. I can just
Yeah.
imagine Owens spinning it like that.
You know what would be a huge payoff though, to make the angle really sort of explode? If he delivers the package pile drive on Triple H. Now I know we've never seen a. Yeah, we have.
If they can
for
do the
obvious reasons.
tombstone, they can do the package pile driver, because the package pile
Yes.
driver works very much like the tombstone. Their
Dude.
head doesn't connect with the floor.
Even better, can you imagine if he does it on Stephanie?
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be huge heat for that rivalry. Like, that would set it on fire. It would be like
Would it
when
be
Chris
heat?
Jericho punched
I think
HBK's.
people would just be like, do it again, do it again.
No. Well, yeah, not heat, but I mean, it was like
Yeah, it'll be a build up for
when-
it.
yeah, a good build for it. But like when Jericho accidentally punched HBK's wife in that fake retirement angle.
Yeah.
Like it'll be the fit for that angle. But yeah, that's gonna be huge. I can't wait for that. Do you reckon they may add some sort of stipulation to that match?
Probably, but we won't be able to tell until
Yeah, that'll be
it gets to
way
that
down the
point.
line.
And it is down the line, so.
So I'm trying to think of what else we got coming up on. Well, we're actually saying that Hell in a Cell is this Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, Hell in a Cell is this Sunday. Check it out.
Yeah,
If
we
you've
will
got the
be doing a
WWE
predictions
Network,
at the
of
end.
course. If you don't have the WWE Network, you can sign up for just $9.99.
Or just ask me for my password.
Oh, it's just that. No, don't ask me. No, I need that.
I think you're like, how many people have got my bloody password for the network? I'm just like, yeah, fine, watch it.
Only one person's got mine, and it's because like, it's when I watch like the big ones, but I don't think I'll be going out to watch any of the big ones anytime soon. But
yeah, you go down to like the pub or whatever.
the pub,
to,
yeah,
like,
I might go down by my fucking self.
Yeah, I mean, the atmosphere itself sounds amazing.
Oh, it's
so.
amazing, man. It is.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. What else? Let that.
We gotta talk.
It
Is
is
it news or is it?
I don't know. It's not news, no. But just continuing on, like in the general happenings of what's going on in WWE, Enzo Amore is cruiserweight champ. See, no, you sigh. You sigh.
I sigh heavily.
All this stuff about Enzo having major heat backstage.
He does.
But when it first got aired, I was like, yeah, I can understand it. But now it's every week, and I'm like, hang on a minute. No superstar who has had backstage heat has it reported every bloody week. Not one. But Enzo Amore apparently does. I don't care what anyone says. It's a freaking work. They're just like, hang on a minute. People are quite upset that this guy that everyone really likes and chants along with his gimmick lines has got heat backstage. All right, we'll roll with it. I think creative have made a good choice here. Plus, he's got heat backstage. He's apparently pissing off management and everyone else. Let's stick a title on him.
Give him a belt. Yeah, I don't get that.
It's because he's doing a good job of what he's doing. It's not something like that. I'm telling you, it's a work. It's a work.
It's a work, but I just thought of something. What if it's a work to get the fans to dislike Enzo so that he sells less merchandise so they can actually get rid of him? That would be a huge, elaborate fucking plan.
That would be a huge elaborate plan. I wouldn't put it past them. But
It makes kind of sense.
But the problem is, people are still buying his merch.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, God damn it! Of all the things,
and views for 205 have spiked.
Yeah.
Because he's on there.
Because we want to see him get his ass kicked.
He's
actually thinking of switching careers to a rapper, apparently.
Yeah, that was another thing he's done. He's talked about as well. But no, I think it's a giant work. Honest to God, I think it's a big work. I just think it's a work. It just... Because, like I said, no other superstar has the backstage heat thing posted on them week after week after week after week. It's never happened before. So,
I liked Enzo before he had all this like stories and crap. Yeah, it's just like, ugh.
Well, again,
I mean, I don't
how
like
much of it is true and how much of it is a work? That's the thing.
But he got kicked off a bus. That's a fact.
That's a fact. That one was like that. But probably after that, he probably kind of went, "Oh, hang on a minute." Tore myself down.
Yeah. What's happening? Oh, I just thought of something. Where the fuck's Big Cass?
Oh, he injured his knee, didn't he? He tore.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, tore something in his
Oh
knee.
shit! Yeah, he tore it during the match with
Enzo.
Yeah.
Before Enzo made the jump to 205.
Forgot about that. It was like, it just occurred to me. I haven't seen Cass in a while.
Yeah, no, he got injured, unfortunately. So there's that. But yeah, Enzo being on 205, he made the contract thing where, like, if any of the cruiserweights hit him, they can't
What does Kurt Angle I know it's the storyline now, but what was Kurt Angle thinking, making that kind of...
It was a way to be like, right, so none of the cruiserweights can hit him. Who's left? Ooh, Kalisto. It was a way to get Kalisto some spotlight.
Yeah, but even before that, before Kalisto was like,
Yeah, no, the whole reason for it was to get Kalisto the spotlight in 205. That was the
I
way
mean,
to
it
do it.
has worked. Yeah. Honestly, I'm surprised Kalisto wasn't on there sooner. To be
Yeah,
honest.
same. Which is why they've done it this way.
Yeah.
It's dumb, but this is why they've done it this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So stupid.
Um. Oh, Jeff Hardy's out with an injury. We should probably mention
Yeah,
that.
he tore a rotator cuff.
I believe that was his first major injury as well, apart from breaking his tailbone at
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
this is his first major injury in
Yeah.
25 years.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
and
So
speaking of
considering what the Hardys have done in their career, that's fucking good going.
yeah, and speaking of longevity, I didn't really know this until it was announced. Michael Cole, he's only ever missed 2 Raws during a broadcast.
Yeah, it's true.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
That's quite
no,
impressive. Props to him.
he's
I don't
been
care what
there.
anyone says. I don't care what anyone says. Michael Cole is going to end up in a Hall of Fame at some point.
He's the voice of WWE, dude.
Yeah, so he's definitely going to end up in a Hall of Fame.
Like JR was the voice, and then Michael Cole became the voice. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
Like, and everyone's like, "Oh, he can't. He doesn't like that." It's like Michael Cole was able to do what JR couldn't, be a heel.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
but coal miners.
dude,
God damn.
as annoying as it was a good freaking
It
heel
worked.
run. It was a good heel run.
It took Jerry Lawler's heart attack to make him face. That's how bad it got.
Yeah, we shouldn't laugh, but that's what happened. It was
No,
kind of
but
like,
that's what happened, and they joke
Yeah.
about it as well. So.
yeah, they do. But yeah,
So-
that was the crazy thing.
Yeah.
That was just nuts.
WWE announced a lot of things as well in terms of I don't know if this is going into the news segment. I guess it'll be a good sort of transition, but they've announced the War Games.
Yes. I think this is a good enough time as any to move on to the news. To be fair,
Yeah, I mean
So-
it was a good transition. So
and now we go into the news. I love that little sting. I love it. It's so catchy. Yeah,
I
moving
can't
in-
hear it, so I
I-
wait for it. Is it over?
Yeah, it's over. Is it over now?
I could, I've actually got a card, a brief card of the War Games that NXT are doing.
Yeah,
Would you like to hear
before
it?
we move on to that though, the thing is, right? For those who don't know, War Games used to be a WCW pay-per-view, I believe, or an
I've actually got
event.
the rules in front of me if you want me to read it out.
Yeah, no, we'll get to that in a minute, but that's
Okay.
not the only thing they've announced. We've got WWE Starcade coming.
Ah, yes, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about notes.
Like WWE are taking all of the old WCW events / pay-per-views and attaching the WWE logo to them.
Yeah.
Like
Um.
it's like, all right, Vince, we get it. You won. Let him
now,
die.
Cody was annoyed about
Starcade.
the Starcade. He's not so much about. He's okay with War Games, to be
Yeah,
honest.
and do you want to know why?
Right.
It's because it's
I know
Triple
Starcade
H.
was. Yeah.
Triple
And I
H
know
worked
Starcade
for-
Was,
Yeah, Triple H worked for Dusty, and then Dusty ended up working for Triple H. It was a family like respect thing.
yeah.
That's why Cody wasn't, because Cody Rhodes got really angry that neither him or Dustin were asked about Starcade, because Starcade is the brainchild of Dusty Rhodes,
Yes. Yes.
and they just kind of did it. And the bigger slap in the face was that Starcade was basically the biggest event for WCW, and they did it as a live show event.
Yeah.
Like, to a lot of people is a big spit in the face to the American dream. But
Yeah.
at the same
definitely,
time,
yeah.
it's like, I was like, I don't know, it was like that. But when they announced War Games, and I saw the NXT tag on it, I was like, this is a better idea. This is cool, because then we won't just have NXT TakeOver. As cool as TakeOver is, and as many as they have, they can't get rid of TakeOver Brooklyn,
Nope.
because that's just stupid. They've done how many there now? 3?
I want to say 3 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah, they've done 3. Um, I'd like to see more like that. Like, don't get rid of
Yeah.
Takeover completely, because Takeover is them. It's NXT Takeover.
Adapt it.
But adapt it. So you have like, so it'd be like hell. They could have NXT Starcade around WrestleMania time.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
You could even add like the current WWE pay-per-views to like I don't know, TLC whatever, and just say NXT Takeover TLC or something like that.
Yeah, see, it could be NXT Takeover Starcade,
Yeah, yeah.
NXT Takeover whatever. But then again, or just get rid of like, or just like for some of them, don't call them Takeover, just call them. Oh, this is this one. You know, that would be cool. That would be cool. I think. And I think that's a better idea rather than just allowing Vince to say, "Hey, look, I beat, what was his name? The guy who owned fucking Ted Turner. I beat Ted Turner for the millionth time. Like, did you see it when I had my son-in-law beat Sting? Like, come on, we get it. You won.
You guys remember Vince Russo?
I had this guy called Eric Bischoff. He came out on stage and I hugged him. But don't forget, I won. I'm Vince McMahon.
I want to point out as well.
I also just want to point out, me and Gabe, we love Vince McMahon. Don't hurt us.
Oh yeah, he's a crazy old bastard. But I want to point out as well in the stream. I know you're doing a recording for YouTube, and you're doing a stream right now. So, but I want to point out that someone in the chat, totally not Nathan, asking about Starcade is a brand exclusive. I can in fact say no, it's not. It's going to be a mixed.
It's a live show event.
It's a live show event, but it's going to be featuring both Raw and SmackDown stars, as well as some legends.
Yeah, most live shows do.
I've actually got a I got the card for Starcade actually. Well, like an updated card anyway.
Lay it on 'em, Gabe.
Okay, so the main event for Starcade, WWE Championship match in a steel cage, is going to be Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. We've got another.
Mahal's going to retain there.
Yeah. We got a.
Hang on, when is Starcade?
It's I don't know actually, Sinner.
Has it already happened? Because
No.
if that's the case, then Mahal's beating Mahal is beating Nakamura at fucking Hell in the Cell.
No, we got our predictions. I've got a prediction on that, but anyway, we'll save that for later. Open to speculation. We have another cage match, so it's 2 cage matches. SmackDown Women's Championship, Natalya versus Charlotte Flair. We got Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus the legendary team of the Rock and Roll Express.
Yes.
I can't help but wonder.
How are the Rock and Roll Express still going? We don't know, but they can go.
They're on drugs.
Oh, definitely. I'm sorry, they would not pass a WWE health test. That's why they're on the live shows, not the televised shows. Can you piss in this cup? No.
I wonder if Jim Cornette's got a company arm.
Oh fuck.
By God, I want to go to Wendy's.
I'm gonna go to Starcade. Where's it being held? Canada. Never mind.
The United States Championship match is going to be a triple threat match. AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin versus Rusev. We got a Texas Tornado tag match for the SmackDown tag titles. The New Day versus Usos. Going back in time to relive a classic rivalry between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler. Breezango versus Aiden English and Mike Kanellis. Good to see that he's on the card somewhere. And also scheduled to appear. He was, but you hardly see him anyway. Yeah. And also scheduled to appear are the Hardy Boys and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Yeah.
So that is what you can expect from Starcade when that comes up.
Yeah, man.
We got more on War Games as well, but we're gonna just hype it up a little bit before we slap you with some knowledge.
Yeah, knowledge. That's a meme. No, yeah. War Games is that's the is it Takeover that's next or is it War Games that's next? I think it's Takeover. Right?
It's NXT Takeover War Games. So
is that the one that's going? Is that the one where they're going to crown a new women's champ?
It's I can tell you now that it's I don't know, but actually no, hold on, I got the thing here. I have the card for War Games
because I think War Games is coming after. I think War Games is coming after.
Right, I have info here. Would you like me to read out the info?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the show is gonna emanate from the Tokyo Center in Houston on Saturday, November the 18th. For those of you who aren't familiar,
there's a takeover well before that. So yeah.
Right, okay. For those of you who aren't familiar with the War Games concept, here are the rules that when WCW did it might change because it's now WWE based, I guess.
It's not.
Well, you never know.
No, it's
rules
not.
of a match. Okay. Rules of a match basically consist of 2 men starting the match, and they would wrestle for 5 minutes. Then every 2 minutes thereafter, another man from another team would come out. Coin flip is decided who would be the third man to enter the match, so that means that one team will get an advantage until the next man comes out. Once all the competitors were in the ring, then that was referred to as Match Beyond began, and the only way to win was by pinfall, submission, or knockout. I should mention at this point as well that the War Games are 2 rings right next to each other, covered in a steel cage.
Yeah. So it's lethal lockdown.
Pretty much, yeah. And I've actually got the card here. I say it's a brief card because for some reason it's got a guy who's working twice in one in 2 matches. So twice in 2 matches.
So it might not be a televised event. It might just be what they call their tours now.
Maybe, I don't know. That would be, it says it's come from Tokyo. Said, how awesome would War Games be at somewhere like a download? That would be fucking sick.
Mosh pit!
Oh god, that'd be fucking epic.
To be fair, it's something they would do. Yeah, they would. It would be something they would do.
Okay, so we got the Velveteen Dream versus. I'm gonna struggle with this fucking name. Andrade Cien Almas.
Andrade Cien Almas.
Okay. He's also working the main event against Drew McIntyre for the championship.
Fair.
We have a 2-ring War Games match. The Undisputed Era versus Rick Strong and the Authors of Pain versus Sanity.
You mean Roderick Strong?
What did I say?
Rick.
I thought I said Roderick.
You might have. But my
mic might have cut out.
Yeah.
NXT Women's Championship match. Now this actually sounds pretty like a pretty sick match. Like this is what I'm most excited about. Kairi Sane versus Peyton Royce versus Ember Moon versus Nikki Cross.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, that sounds pretty damn sick.
I also like how it's not like saying who the champion is on these cards because right now the NXT Women's
it does, but I'm not saying them.
I mean, it's gonna be Kairi Sane. I'm not dull. But
well, actually no. It doesn't say who the NXT Women's Championship is. It just says that Drew McIntyre is the champion at the time. Spoiler.
Yeah, true.
Possible. Well, anything is open to change anyway. So
yeah.
But that's just a brief sort of thing. I'm surprised that he's Andrade is working twice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not official, but they might throw in Cassius Ohno versus Lars Sullivan as well.
Oh no!
Oh no! You should get out as a soundboard.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the War Games. And
yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm glad they're taking a concept like that. I mean, yes, it's a bit like, hey, we beat WCW, now we're gonna reap that. Vince McMahon. But, but it's like. Yeah. It's like, but at least they're acknowledging that they existed.
Yeah. Definitely,
so, yeah, it's there. But
I would like to see, I would like to see Sting at Starrcade. I know he's retired.
I would.
Yeah.
That would be cool. They might even
awesome.
do that, probably.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Let's get that trending.
Yeah.
Sting for Starrcade.
Yeah. But, no, that's...
tweet it at people.
Tweet that shit. But, yeah, that's like that. What else is there in the news?
Where do I even fucking begin? Okay,
where's the news?
Gail Kim is retiring from pro wrestling soon.
Yep.
Very soon, actually, and there are talks about her becoming being an inductee into the Hall of Fame at some point.
Yes, because she's already in one Hall of Fame.
You say that.
In the promotion, we must not be. That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
Do they still class it as that Hall of Fame, or is that Hall of Fame dead because the company doesn't exist anymore?
Well, so what? So you're saying it's a... I'm gonna have to swear here. A GFW Hall of Fame?
I mean, I guess.
No, I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm not denying any of Gail Kim's accomplishments, but the way she left WWE last time wasn't exactly.
She just left.
Yeah, but she it was during an over-the-top battle royal, and she just sort of jumped out of the ring herself instead of like doing a spot for someone or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's over news that got related to Gail Kim. Billy Corgan has shown up in the news again. The former lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins.
Yep.
He's purchasing the NWA.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's.
I'm
gonna be
surprised
like
the
a proper
NWA is
wrestling
still
show.
around, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know about it either, to be honest.
They are
I got-
holding on by a thread, but the problem is
Yeah.
they keep... They're so... Like, you think... People say Vince McMahon is stuck in the past. You couldn't find a wrestling promotion more stuck in the past than an NWA.
Oh god, yeah.
I'm sorry, that title means nothing now, and that was the title that started Ric Flair's...
That was the title that started the the ECW launch. That was the
Yeah.
launch pad for ECW for me. When fucking the franchise Shane Douglas threw it down
Yeah,
and announced it as a new ECW title.
Yep.
Um,
it's also the one that Ric Flair carried for a while. Part
Ric
of
Flair,
his...
Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, man.
But I've actually got a quote from Billy Corgan. It sounds to me that he's tried to completely reform what the NWA is, which sounds pretty cool. You have to build your own infrastructure from the bottom and work with people you really trust. You traditional carny aspect of the wrestling business that plagues a lot of companies, which it does,
Yep.
and has plagued a company like, problems that hold the business back. You can't run an effective business if it's like a Game of Thrones every week,
Yeah.
which I kind of get.
Yeah.
I'll bring this up as well. Did you read somewhere in the news that an MMA, and it's not wrestling, well, it's kind of wrestling related. An MMA fighter.
Yeah. An MMA fighter tapped out his opponent to the walls of Jericho.
I thought that was brilliant.
Like, even the commentators went, Boston Crab. No, that's not the Boston Crab, that's the walls of Jericho. And everyone was like, and everyone else is like, okay, is this like a worked spot? Is this like a hoax? Is this like a paid up thing? And the other fighter went, no, that fucking hurt. Like when he cranked down on like when he sat down on my back and my legs put like from about my groin area up to my knees was in agony. Like it was pulling my muscles so badly.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, that's that, and so it works. So you know.
Did you hear his backstage interview though as well? Because he had three submission moves that he wanted to at least try out in this fight. One of them was the Boston Crab. I can't remember what the other one was. I think it might have been a crossface of some sort. But he wanted to do like a fucking a torture rack. I was like, how would you pull that off?
Especially in an MMA fight. What the hell?
Fucking Vince needs to book that guy.
Yeah. Speaking of cross faces, guess who's been using the label lock lately?
Who that?
Cody Rhodes.
Really?
Yeah. He's been trying to tap his opponents out with the label lock.
Okay.
And he's also been doing a certain yes chant.
Huh. Well, Brian has been meaning to go back.
Yeah, if the newsworthiness of this is the fact that Daniel Bryan's contract is up in 2018 and WWE won't let him wrestle, so he's considered going back to the Indies. And one company that got wind of this was ROH, where arguably Daniel Bryan made his name.
The final countdown.
Yeah, the American Dragon Bryan Danielson. Although I don't think he will take the Bryan Danielson name again. I think he'll be called D-Bry.
Yeah. As long as he goes out to... Can you imagine Pop with fucking Final Countdown?
It's gonna hit, but I don't... I think he'll have something else. I think he's more...
I'd like to see him as a GM for Ring of Honor, to be honest.
I don't see. Because I think they'd let him wrestle. He's been cleared by multiple doctors.
Yeah, I mean, eventually I could see him taking over Ring of Honor.
Do you want to know why I think WWE won't let him wrestle? I think it's because they know they fucked up.
Probably, yeah.
I think they know they messed up with Daniel Bryan, and to let him come back now would just be like, well, all right, yeah. So they don't want to be like, Vince was to be like, no, I'm right. I'm Vince McMahon. No, anyway.
I heard a funny story about Vince McMahon today, actually. I didn't think it was newsworthy, but I'm bringing it up now because it's funny. Chris Jericho was advertised his book, and he talked about a time where him and Vince just got off a flight. They were drunk, and Vince asked her to go to the gym with him at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Joe goes up for like a press conference or something at 6, so he turned it down. And Vince sent him a picture of him deadlifting. I think it was 45 pounds, giving him the think.
Yeah.
It's very Vince McMahon.
Vince was a lad. You can say what you
He
want.
was.
He's a brilliant businessman, but he was a lad.
Oh, he was one of the boys.
He was
yeah.
one of the boys. One of
Yeah.
the boys in all.
Did you hear about the? Did you hear about they're actually doing a Vince McMahon movie as well?
Yeah, so
It's a collab
biopic,
effort
isn't it?
by TriStar and WWE Studios, yeah.
Yeah.
And the rumor is they're trying to get Bradley Cooper to play the part of Vince McMahon.
Yeah. I'd watch it.
I'd watch that, yeah. I mean,
watch it.
I'm
I'd
just
watch
as a
it.
wrestling fan.
Yeah, man.
I got some ICW related news as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jack Jesser was attacked during a press conference.
Ooh, like by a fan or?
No. I believe it's a work.
Okay.
It was by Red Lightning.
Yeah. Okay.
The headline reads: during a special press screening of the forthcoming ICW documentary Insane Fight Club, a physical altercation occurred between Red Lightning and ICW heavyweight champion Jack Jesser. Noticeably aggravated and intoxicated, which is an interesting angle, but hey, it's Ireland/Scotland. Red Lightning began verbally attacking Jesser, and the ICW roster had to attempt to calm Red down and break it up. And he was attacked by his best friend with an ice bucket, apparently. So,
fair.
Yeah. So,
also in ICW news, Chris Renfrew's back.
Renfrew,
who's got
in great shape,
who's
I might
got
add.
in great shape compared to a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's been nothing but Whiplash's dog for the last. I was gonna say dog, but okay.
Say it as it is.
Yeah, Whiplash's bitch for the last couple of months, and yeah, he just kind of came back and he just kind of went ham.
Oh yeah,
he went ham. So the former ICW world champ, yeah, went off like that. Is there anything else happening in ICW? There's not much else happening in ICW now.
That was it. I looked.
Yeah, there's not much else going on in ICW now.
Oh, Sister Abigail. Yeah,
that was. Yeah, no, that's the last thing I want to talk about in the news.
Yeah, we'll discuss that when we do the round off for the predictions, I believe. Should we do that?
Yeah. So, have you got anything else that's newsworthy? Because I'm out. I mean, all my stuff I've mentioned.
Well, we forgot to mention the big one about WCPW, which we were going to save.
Oh shit! Yeah. Marty Skrull is the WCPW World Champion, guys. Sorry, Heavyweight Champion, not World. It's not a World
Heavyweight
title.
Champion. Yeah. He won it by beating. What was that briefcase called?
The Magnificent Seven briefcase.
Magnificent Seven briefcase of.
He won the Magnificent Seven briefcase of El Ligero.
Yeah, El Ligero, yeah.
And then cashed it in
as a mystery opponent.
Yeah, and then cashed it in midway through the
Will Ospreay and Joe Hendry match.
Yeah, the Will Ospreay Joe Hendry match, making it a triple threat. And then the match went on for another good half hour.
Yeah, so, and saw the villain take home the gold.
Yeah, tapping out Joe Hendry to the chicken wing.
I love it.
I do. It is great. But no, that was cool.
I think
and of course, Marty Skrull then posted a picture on his Twitter saying, "Hey, since we're rebranding to Defiant, can we change the belt?" And it's a custom-made villain belt.
It was sick.
I was like, "No, that's Jeff Hardy's shtick. Stop."
You can even say it's too sweet.
Oh God.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Too sweet. Cease and desist. Cease and desist.
Go home now.
go home. Go bed.
Go home. Go bed.
Yeah, but yeah, that was the biggest. That was the big news for WCPW. But other than that, there's not much else going on other than the Shield reunion. But that's been coming for years.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I think that does it.
In terms of everything I've got on my notes, that's the news.
So that does it for the news, people. That was a lot shorter than the intro.
Thank God, because I was like,
yeah. So we're at the 1 hour mark in this podcast. I think it's about time we do the round off and our predictions. So,
awesome.
Do you want to start with predictions or round off?
What's the difference?
Well, predictions we predict what.
I know what prediction. What's a round off?
Round off is just we talk about whatever.
Shite.
We round off the street. We round off the podcast.
I think we'll do predictions first, because I think that would be a good way to tie into the round off then.
Yeah, cool.
So we kick it off with a kickoff match, which is Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. This is the Hype Bros.
Oh, Benjamin and Gable.
I say Benjamin and Gable as well. But I'm expecting a Ryder heel turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. All right, you're gonna go with the Ryder heel turn. I'm gonna go with the. Hype Bros heel turn. So I think both of them are gonna go heel.
It could even be a twist where bloody Mojo Riley ends up
Stop! Wait a minute.
Heel. What am I doing? Hello?
Sorry, someone's just subscribed.
Oh, okay. I was like, the fuck's going on? Is he doing so cute?
I thought I'd turn those off. That's whoops.
Radio edit.
I can't radio
Thank you for
edit.
subscribing.
So Nathan, thank you for subscribing, my friend. I do appreciate that. In the future, those are going to be turned off.
I was like, what the fuck's going on?
We nearly got through it without a hitch. We nearly got through.
Professionalism. Yeah, it would be kind of a cool swerve to see Mojo turn heel first and then the Hype Bros turn together, so he initiates the attack. Next on, kind of got a Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler. Not the kickoff, I believe it's on the main show now.
So that's the opening one.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
All right, Bobby Roode.
I've gone for Roode as well. But obviously it's not going to end the feud there. I believe they're going to carry on for a few. Orton versus Rusev.
Rusev through shenanigans.
I got Rusev and I put down with interference from Aiden English.
Yeah, shenanigans.
Because they're doing nothing right now.
Yeah.
Natalia versus Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte.
I've also put down Charlotte Flair.
But I think there's going to be a cash-in.
Yes, that's what I put down as well. AJ versus Corbin.
AJ.
Of US title. I put down Corbin.
Really?
Yeah, I think he needs that sort of boost right now. I think the timing just feels right.
No, okay.
We got a Hell in a Cell match for the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles. The New Day versus the Usos.
Oh god, I can never call this one.
I put down New Day.
Do you think New Day are going to retain? Yeah, I think New Day will retain.
I got a question about this match though. How's it going to play out?
God.
Because obviously it's going to be New Day obviously have 3 members and Usos have 2. Is one going to be outside of a Hell in a Cell, or are we just going to be outside or inside? What's going to be the deal?
I have no idea. It might stay backstage.
Actually, there's a shout. Yeah. We got the WWE Championship match.
Nakamura.
I put down Nakamura as well. But I put down obviously because the WWE have announced that there's going to be returning to India for a tour. But Mahal is going to win it back at a later date.
Fair.
Which I think is a safe bet. And then we have, I believe it's the main event actually, is Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens in, as far as I'm aware, the first ever Falls Count Anywhere Hell in a Cell match.
Owens.
I put down Shane. Okay. So we've gone separate on that one. Reason I say Shane is because he didn't get the payoff win at Mania, his last Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker.
The reason I'm saying Owens, because it's just going to hype up the whole potential Triple H Kevin Owens feud.
I say Shane because it gives him an excuse to, he gets a payoff and then as a sort of final salt in the wound kind of deal. Is
before he fucks off to
Raw, yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, and that is the card for Hell in a Cell this Sunday, which you could catch on WWE Network for interesting.
Fair. You can catch on.
Advertisement.
Yeah.
Pay me now. Pay me now, or I will start to sweeten.
Cease and desist. But yeah.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, just to round it off with a highlight bit of news, I guess. Even though
we didn't mention that, did we?
What?
The fact that the WWE have sent out cease and desist for Too Sweets and NWO related stuff.
Yeah, I know, but if we talked about every piece of news, we'd be up for a month of Sundays.
I know, but they keep doing it.
I know.
I mean, Marty's umbrella.
Yeah, but they changed the young. Well, it's not there. They just targeted the young bucks.
No, I'm pretty sure they mentioned being a belief that they've targeted the umbrella as well.
Yeah,
Because
fair.
Jack Gallagher has been using the umbrella.
Fair.
Suddenly, WWE invented umbrellas.
Yeah. But yeah, there's that. If you want to check out that, just subscribe to the Young Bucks Being the Elite channel on YouTube. All their news gets posted there, basically. But
The
yeah,
elite.
the elite. Yeah, but Sister Abigail's making an appearance, but it's not in the way we all thought it would be.
Yeah. So.
Bray Wyatt coming out in a dress.
Follow the bloomers.
No, yeah, it's I don't know. It's the Demon v Bray Wyatt. The rumor is that Bray Wyatt is going to be taking on the persona of Sister Abigail. However, there is a NXT/Performance Center star tweeting out "They're all lies" with a silhouette and burning behind it. So there's that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that promo kind of creeped me out a little bit.
yeah, it did.
This is supposed to be PG. I can't take this.
I looked at it and I was a bit like, oh crap, but yeah, so yeah, but we are now at the 1 minute 5 mark, basically.
1 minute 5.
Sorry,
you
1 hour
cried
5.
material.
1 hour 5. Just shut up! You threw me off.
Fuck.
Shut off, you fucker! Shut up. We'll call that 1-1, shall we? Man.
Yeah, actually, Joey Mercury. Did we have the last one about Joey?
This is the round off. God damn it! What did I tell you before the show?
I'm sorry, but I just noticed in the chat.
I know, and we shouldn't acknowledge the chat while this is going on. This is supposed to be a podcast.
I'm sorry.
There will be more professionalism the next time, but yeah, like I said, if I went off and did every piece of news, then again we'd be here for a month of Sundays, and that's just not what I want to do. We've just given you a generalization. That's what the podcast is about. Sometimes there'll be episodes without that much news because, let's be honest, not all that much news happens.
We missed a lot, in all fairness.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't do this every week because if I did it every week, there'd be bugger all to talk about. But yeah, yeah, that's the round off.
Excited news for future podcasts though is we might actually get our own studio as well, so that would be kind of cool to look forward to.
Gabe had an idea, and this one's actually the first plausible one he's ever come up with.
Oi!
It's true, and you know it.
I've come up with a lot of ideas. Thank you very much.
Last one ended us up in jail in Puerto Rico.
Hey, I thought you said nudes, not news.
Okay. But yeah, all right. Well, that'll do it for this first ever stream version of the Smark Talk podcast. For anyone who's missed it, you're not here, so I don't know why I'm doing this announcement, but fuck it, we'll go on with it anyway. It will be going up to YouTube.
Which you're currently watching.
Yeah, which you're currently watching. If you weren't at the stream, hello.
Guten Tag.
This is weird. But
Welcome to the party, pops.
Yeah, but we want to thank you for turning up, and as always, I am Twitch. He has been my co-host, Gabe.
First of his name, title sales.
Jesus Christ. We hope you've enjoyed. Expect more of these to be done, but yeah, until next time, I hope you have a nice day, and we'll see you next time on the Smark Talk podcast. Peace out.
Stay too sweet.